Hi, this is Natasha, your friendly farmer, and we are in week 8 of the CSA, and it is beginning to really look exciting. We have some fun new things this week to share with you. I'm a bit muddy. We had a quick rainstorm come through here on Monday, so we spent a lot of time in the rain trying to get some things done, so forgive my mud. But I'm going to share with you some of the cool things this week that I hope you'll enjoy, and a few recipes along the way. So if you look in your box, you're going to find some fun, exciting stuff, and a lot of flavors kind of changing from the early summer things to midsummer things. So one of the things we have this week is arugula. We have a new cutting of arugula that we planted a little while ago. Arugula is a real joy because it only takes about 30 days, and so we can plant it all season long, and it does tolerate the heat. Doesn't like it, but it tolerates it. So I would encourage you to try a arugula tomato and bacon sandwich. They're really good, and the arugula gives a little bit of a flavor and a bite. Or just go ahead and put that on any of your sandwiches. Top your pizza with it. Really yummy arugula for you. Speaking of pizza and Italian flavors, we have some more Italian basil. Now you will want to be careful to not wash this until you're ready to use it. You can even put a paper towel in the bag just to help the moisture to not turn the leaves black. So anytime that the basil gets near water, kind of turns the leaves black. So just be careful with that. But wonderful and all kinds of stuff. You could make a little puree of basil and olive oil to drizzle over any sort of meat, or on top of a bruschetta or something like that. So really yummy, fresh basil, Italian basil coming your way. And as we speak, the purple basil and Thai basil are growing, so you'll be able to see those throughout the season as well. We have very excited to be introducing sweet corn. This is lovely bicolored sweet corn this week. Ta-da! And this comes from a local farm just about a mile or two down the road, and they are Phillips Family Farm. We've known them for a long time, and they do some wonderful sweet corn. So some of it might be bicolor, some of it might be white as the season progresses, but this week we have bicolor. It's really young and tender. It's picked first thing in the morning, so the sugar is really high, and it is just a wonderful, delicious, non-GMO sweet corn that I hope you'll enjoy. My favorite little trick treat that I do, and you could do it in the next day or so, is actually just eat the sweet corn raw or cut it off and enjoy it in any of your dishes raw. So a lot of people have never done that before, but when it's really fresh and sweet like this, it just tastes delicious, and I like to eat an ear of corn as a snack, just raw. So you can try it, see if you like it, but wonderful. It doesn't take long to cook. I just boil some water and then put those the husked ears in there for maybe a couple of minutes or so, and you're good to go. So while I was over there, I also discovered that they have a hoop house, and they had some beautiful little tomatoes ready. So I went ahead and picked you guys up some. So they are not heirlooms. They're a little bit of more of a harder variety than I like, but I thought they would be a real treat to enjoy some actual Illinois grown tomatoes. They are grown in a hoop house, so they got a little jump on the season. Our tomatoes are still green and they're still small, and with this year being late, you know, they're going to be a little bit later, but they're looking really good. We put some more trellis tines up on them, so they're doing good. But I have a couple of tomatoes for you guys to enjoy in your boxes, so I'm definitely going to be making the arugula tomato and bacon sandwich that I talked about earlier. Okay, another fun little excitement is eggplant. I just discovered these, and they're still small, but there are a couple varieties. These are the diamond eggplant. They're a Ukrainian variety. We also have an Asian one that's kind of a beautiful, bright, kind of lavender orchid color, and they're more of an elongated variety. So you can try that in ratatouille, or roast it, make baba ganoush, all kinds of fun stuff. There'll be more eggplant coming along, but these are the first of the season, so wanted to give you guys just a little taste of that this week. And they're just so pretty, little aubergines. Alright, we have a new variety of potatoes this week. We dug up some of these guys, are the Kennebec. They're a white white potato, and again, they're very thin-skinned because the skin hasn't cured, so just wash them right before you're ready to use them. And we've got some beautiful potatoes this week for you guys to enjoy. We have cilantro, so really, cilantro doesn't need an explanation. So many great things you can do with cilantro. We have our red Russian kale is back this week, and that is the kind of Savoy roughly kale here. I would make a saute with both the chard and kale. I did that this week, and then I topped it with this amazing homemade cheese sauce that I took and sauteed garlic and a whole bunch of butter, and then I took and actually I made a brown butter with it as I was sauteing, so I let the butter go right before it was burning so it turns kind of brown and it gets this really wonderful nutty flavor. And then I added shredded cheddar cheese and a little bit of milk and salt and pepper. I made this wonderful, wonderful garlic cheese sauce that I put on top of the greens, and then I topped them also with some panko breadcrumbs, and I made these really great crispy leeks. We have leeks in our box this week. So I cut the leek up into thin slices and I sauteed it in a little bit of olive oil, and I just sauteed them till they got like really crispy and almost burnt. And what they are is they're like a homemade version of French's onions, and they were really great on top of those sauteed greens. So I had a creamy cheese sauce, the crispy leeks. It was really good. My husband even said it was good, so you know that it was a good one. So those some leeks this week, kale. We have our chard, of course. They're kind of buried here. So some great recipes that you can do with those. We have broccoli this week. We have some funky shaped heads this week, so forgive that. I don't know if the broccoli just a little stressed this week or whatnot, but some of the heads are just a little funky, but still just as delicious. We have, speaking of heads, a very funny cabbage. This is called Caraflex. I really like this variety because when you cut it, you can cut the whole thing on an angle, and then you can actually get the core out, so it's very easy to cut. It's a cone head cabbage, and it's just a really nice little dense head of green cabbage. We also have for you a red one this week as well, so you get both a red and a green. And you can do pickled cabbage, sweet and sour cabbage. Sauerkraut is something I've always wanted to try, so I'm hoping to get a chance to try that this season. We've got 2 kohlrabis, or if you have a half box, there'd be 1. Kohlrabi, oh my goodness, so I just made kohlrabi au gratin with that same cheesy sauce, and my husband was like, this is better than potatoes au gratin. So I peeled them, I steamed them just until fork tender, tossed it with the sauce, and then topped it with the panko breadcrumbs and the crispy leeks, and it was so good. So I encourage you to try that. So kohlrabi, of course, and cucumbers, a couple different kinds of cucumbers. We have our little soy oolong. Tell me what you think of those. I like those the best. And then we have our other ones. And then we have a wide variety of different squashes this week. So we might have given you a lot of squash this week. My apologies. They kind of went crazy. So we have all kinds of different ones. Some of them might have gotten a little big, but what you can do with those bigger ones is slice them in half lengthwise and then scoop the seeds out and discard those and stuff it with a mixture of sauteed meat of your choice, or alternative, a little bit of seasoned rice, some chopped up vegetables to taste, and then put those in the oven with a little bit of cheese on top, and you can bake them, and you have wonderful stuffed zucchini boats or little rounds, whatever, depending on your choice of the squash. So if you have some big ones, try that. Also try just throwing it into your food processor, turning it into shredded zucchini, and then using that in all your favorite recipes. So a couple things that you can do, you can also freeze that shredded zucchini or summer squash. I use that term interchangeably. So you can also freeze that and then use it later on in the year. All right, I think I have covered everything in the box, hopefully. Lots of new bounty, and it's exciting to see kind of the flavors of summer moving in. We have loads and loads of peppers on the plants, but they're still kind of like, about that big. So in the next couple of weeks, should see some peppers, string beans, all kinds of great stuff coming on. So thank you for your patience in this crazy year we've had, but enjoy the flavors. They're looking really wonderful this week. Enjoy cooking. Thanks again, Natasha from Big Rock Organics. Bye.